The city of St. Peter wants to hear from the community about how it should update its comprehensive plan for the next 20 years. The city has launched an online survey via SurveyMonkey to ask residents questions about how they want to see the city grow. They're looking for residents' views on how to address that potential growth through a number of options like expanding public transit, bringing new businesses to town like restaurants, hardware stores, and a potential data center, or new housing options. We asked community members what they'd like to see, and they had a few different ideas.
I would love to see increased and ongoing investment in like green spaces, like downtown green spaces.
I think watching people try to cross the roads over here, even though we have the medians, it still is kind of scary. So maybe some lights. People can press the buttons, the lights flash, people know to slow down.
The city says this survey should only take around 10 minutes to fill out.